Hey everyone, it's me. Um, that's right. We're doing uh, one of the video uploads or reviews about my new title that's going to be coming up soon. I'm still in the process of writing it, so I still got a bit of work to do. But that's right. We have Her Reputation. She Knows, Book 3 of the She Knows series, and for the first time, if you haven't read Book 2, you're gonna need to know. You need to read this to understand what's going on in Book 3, because there's going to be little to no recap of what happened previously. It's done on purpose because I want. With Book 3, you've got to pay attention, kind of, because it's going to get a little bit complicated. Um, from the start of the She Knows series, Lynn, we met, is a girl that has a personality, but doesn't have like any kind of conscience. Well, she does, but she can turn it off whenever she wants. She doesn't. She does whatever she wants when she likes it. Basically, she's a woman with confidence. She knows her power. She knows her skill, and she knows what she wants in life, and she goes about doing it. She does what she wants, and she does what she needs to get where she wants to go to, which is to be famous, power, money, and stuff like that. Um, like I said it before, my influence was kind of like um, Professor Moriarty and stuff like that. Um, and I was wondering what it would be like if Professor Moriarty was a female. She would be able to get away with much more than what the current Professor Moriarty got away with, just because of her being a woman. And there is a saying that goes, "Nothing is more dangerous than a woman who knows she is beautiful." So um, the whole series is going along with that motto and exploring why that is true and how they can get away with it. Um, from the start of book one, we got to see some of her reputation. We got to see how she works from the outsider's point of view. Book two, we kind of saw the underlay is kind of like revealing how the magic is performed. So book two is kind of a little bit of a spoiler of book one because it tells you how the magic is done. And book two also lies to you from the start. If you didn't read book one, it carries on from the point of view of how Lynn wants you to know things instead of how and what actually happened. Um, so, I mean, yeah, there's a reason to read book one, even though it's very short, and it will proceed to book two. Book two, her intuition has a strong underlay theme of poker, because it deals with the mental aspect of how to read people and how to basically how a woman's intuition comes into play very strong. And we discovered how Lynn uses it to manipulate people. And through the entire book, while the detectives thought they were ahead and they were going to get her and catch her in the act of a crime, the entire time my character Lynn was ahead of them and basically caught them in a hole. And that's where book two ended off last time. If you haven't read book two, I won't give too much away, but it is needed to be able to understand book three. Now, her reputation is going on from book one, where we saw the reputation she created and she has with everyone in her old hometown, and then the reputation she built up, credibility she built up in her intuition, and now she's having to use this reputation. She knows what's going to happen, and she's using that to her advantage. Um, Now, something happened at the end of book two, which um, caused an incident to happen without giving too much away. Um, and one of these people survived, which was unexpected. Um, and then, and the point of book three is the entire story of what happened in between on Intuition, where towards the end of book two, we see that her friend Courtney is sent away to help Chris back in England, and her reputation is based on the entire story of what happens once Courtney leaves, and then on the other part of the chapter, it comes the other side of that. It tells you what happened after the events of book two. Like Lynn is in the middle of retelling of what happened. Everything that you see, it's already happened in past tense, but the other alternative chapters in book three is of current events. That's the best way to describe it, I think. See, it can get complicated, and it's going to get complicated for a reason, because it's supposed to be someone that is smart, so I'm trying to get that put into the book so you understand it. Lynn's frame of mind and how she can manipulate things by being in that personality. Now, as with common with my other books and my normal theme, this is following a bad person. There is not really a good person. Even though Chris has my personality, yes, I wrote myself in my own book, but it's not actually me. There's characters that have similar names to people that I know, but they're not actually people of the people that I know. I just steal their personalities, but they're not real people. So yeah, so basically, following book two, Lynn meets the person that survives unexpectedly and looks after them inside of the hospital and stays there the entire time, explaining what was going on previously. Now, we discover in book three that the Chris isn't such a goody two shoes after all. He's not a. Basically, there isn't going to be a character that you're gonna like. It's going to be a love-hate relationship. You're gonna like him because you like what he's trying to do, but then he goes ahead and does something that you're like, what the fuck? And then most people are gonna hate my character, Chris, but that's what I want. But you're gonna hate him, and then you're gonna like him for what he's doing at the same time. And then you'll see there's going to be plenty of surprises. With book three, there is going to be a lot of emphasis on reputation and how reputation impacts us every day. For example, there is going to be a lot of references to things that I like personally in the book. So one of the things is a Matrix theme. So I make references to that particular series, and by in itself, that's a reputation of a movie inside of the book of her reputation to get my point of reputations. So there is method to my madness, and it's throughout the entire book. It's going to be like 150 pages, 100 pages again. So not quite a novel, but it's I'm getting there. I'm just taking my time. I'm having fun writing these books, and yeah, most of the characters are coming back that were in book two. There is going to be a major change with one of the characters. I've decided to kill them off. I'm not going to tell you who. It's pretty much obvious, but but yeah, it's going to be fun and it's going to be interesting. The published date is, well, it's supposed to be it was supposed to be December if I could get it out early, if not the end of January, but no later than February 28th. I've just got to get down and finish writing it. So yeah, that's all you need to do. Her reputation. Haven't decided if it's going to be dedicated to anyone. Book two, was dedicated to my friend Donna. Um, the character that she's based off, that was based off her, is back in this book too, kind of. So again, you'll see what's going on. Um, and as you can see, we basically dive into this. It's a fun book. It's If you're not careful, it will leave you confused. But it's again the emphasis, you have to know what happened in book 2 to understand what's going on in book 3. It's the first time I've ever done this, because normally I put some sort of recap into the book, mainly because it fills up the book. It puts some content in. So the first few pages I don't have to do anything because I have it already there. But this time I'm not doing that, so I'm working harder to make the book a proper story instead of 1/3 a recap. And that should be good. Yeah, so don't forget, buy book 2, Her Intuition, before and read it. The audiobook by Siri Scott is already out on Amazon and Audible. Pick that up because it is a good. I like audiobooks. I love audiobooks, and it allows you to picture the characters in my mind. Also, the playlist for the book is already out on Spotify. Please, by all means, listen to that. It's completely free. They're the songs that, when I was writing the book, help me represent the book, and when I read it, those are the songs that come to my mind. And while you're reading the book, I'm hoping that these songs will be in your mind too. I did get permission from the group Hymn to have the song Vampire Heart in. So I did get permission to get these songs in this playlist. So by all means, look out for the book. It should be out early 2018, put it that way. Alright guys, see you later. Thank you.